As you know, Deltarune came out today. I speedran the game, and this is the entire summary of the entire plot. No spoilers. So Chris and Susie wakes up, and they're like, where the Sigma are we? And Chris is like, I created a dark fountain. He's like, whoa, did you just speak without the soul prompting you? And Chris is like, yes, I am become evil now. And then Chris throws their soul at Mike. And you play as Mike for the rest of the game. And Mike, he's pretty ugly. So, then they meet Tana, he's like, my head is a TV! Like someone I used to know! Sorry guys. Anyways, Mike, Tana, his head is a TV, he's like, I am evil! And he does evil stuff to you throughout the entire game. And later you meet Torio, and Torio's like, I am your mother! And then Chris is like, I'm evil now too! And then Chris, becomes evil and starts beating people up. And you're like, oh no, this is only chapter 3. Chris wasn't supposed to do evil stuff yet. And they're like, whoa, Rouse, I didn't know you were self-aware like that. And then Rouse is like, yeah. And then they, beat up Rouse because Susie, she's, become evil too because get possessed by Chris's soul. Because Chris can do that. They put their soul in people and possess them. And anyways, Chris goes on a murdering streak and kills everyone. Even the police officer, Chief Nafsa Bluke. Yeah. And then over in chapter 4, Susie and Chris are becoming over to the church. So they can kill people and kill the angel, which is Noelle, by the way. And, on the way there, they find a bus, and inside the bus is the real Azzy, the Azzy real, and they kill Azriel because they already killed Torio, and why not? And then Asgore's like, why did you kill my son and ex-wife? And then you have this epic boss battle against Asgore in the Light World. This is the first boss you have in the Light World, but of course he's bad because Chris is his child, and he doesn't actually want to hurt them, even though Chris is now evil, and killed Torio and the real Flowey. Yeah, he killed Torio and Flowey, but the real form of Flowey. And then they go to the church, and Rouse says hey guys, I'm not actually dead, because Darkners are immortal. And they're like, oh, no wonder we haven't killed any. And then Chris is like, but what about the time that I did the Snowgrave route? And Rouse is like, okay, buddy, you do not need to talk about the Snowgrave route. That was 2 chapters ago. And Chris was like, that was 2 days ago. And then Susie's like, why are you guys being self-aware? Because apparently Chris is self-aware too. Not only Rouse, and then they go, and Rouse is like, guys, don't kill anyone. And they're like, fine. But Chris is still evil, and Susie isn't actually evil. She just doesn't care about killing people because, well, she knows that dark nerds are more immortal now. So she goes and she goes away from the group again, chapter 1 reference. And she just I don't know what she does, but anyways, then you have to throw Rouse at a bunch of glass window panes, and that was a super fun mini game. And then Susie, she falls off of Rouse again, chapter 2, I think? And then you guys, play the drums, and fight the shadow people, shoot the hearts at their feet, and then they do the, the thing from the trailer where you move your soul around, and it's, new soul mode? I don't know, and then you meet the bishop guy, and he's like, I am the bishop! Unlike chess theory continued, but last chapter there was no rook, so chess theory, we hate chess theory, but actually chess theory is cool now, so, I don't know, I guess the next chapter we're gonna see the knight, who, if you didn't know, is my brother Papyrus. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm filming this on May 15th, so information may or may not be true.